Hello and welcome to the Cyber1 YouTube channel. My name is Ray, and in this video, MyRobotLab Part 8, we're going to look at the PCA9685. In MyRobotLab, this is known as the Adafruit16CServoDriver. Alright, so what I've got here is a PCA9685, that's the chip in the middle. Now, this was originally released by Adafruit, and the chip they use is actually designed as an LED dimmer, 16-channel LED controller. But Adafruit discovered that they could configure it to drive servos, and so now we use it predominantly as a 16-channel servo driver. Other companies other than Adafruit are now producing the same board based on the open source design from Adafruit. So let's have a look at how we use it in MyRobotLab. So I'm running MyRobotLab version 1.1.1010. I've already started the Arduino Nano service, as we can see here. So what we're going to do is go to runtime, and we need to add in our PCA 9685. I'm just going to call it PCA, and it is a Adafruit16CServoDriver. We'll start that service. We'll click to that, and here under I2C controller we're going to select Nano. It's the only one that's present. On bus, the Arduinos only have one I2C controller, and it's on bus 0. The default address for one of these devices is 40, but you can solder little links here to change their address. So in this case, this one would be 42 because I've got A1 jumping. But the one I've got connected here is on the default address. Right, now, just before we add our servos in, let's just go to the MyRobotLab website. Go to the menu, documentation, scroll down to get to the service matrix. And right at the very top we have the Adafruit16CServoDriver service. So we'll pull that up. There is a Java doc links there where you can get additional information that's not in the service page. And you can see all of the different methods that we can access through Python. But let's go back to the service description, because in here is a really good wiring diagram for connecting to an Arduino Uno. So you connect the I2C bus, and we want the ground connected to ground. We want the VCC connected to the 5 volt. We want to connect SDA to analog 4, and we want to connect SCL to analog 5. And that's what I've done here, connecting off the end and connecting onto my little breakout board over here. Our servos then just plug on to the headers here. So I've got 2 servos connected. These are PDI HV5523MG. These are actually a high voltage servo that I have planned for another project. I just haven't got to put them in there yet. Alright, so you can also connect this to a Raspberry Pi. To do that you need to run the Raspberry Pi service first, which I haven't yet covered, and that will allow you to connect to bus 1 on the Raspberry Pi. Alright, so let's go back to our device and attach it. So it is now attached. We'll go to runtime. We're going to add a servo. Servo 1. and start that. Go to Control. We're going to select the PCA, and in this case pin 0, and attach. Then we can go back to basic, and you can see there that the servo moves as we move the slider. Alright, since I've got a second servo there, let's add it as well. Servo 2. Control, Nano, and we'll connect it to pin 1 and attach it. Detach. Go to the PCA and attach. That's better. Now, in a previous video I showed these running from the Arduino Nano, and one of the things that was really cool that you could do with the Arduino Nano and the servos was in Python you could create a sync. So servo1.sync servo 2. If we go back to servo 1, we've now synchronized both our servos through the PCA 9685. And I just overloaded my power supply. Okay, that'll do for this video. If you like these videos, don't forget to click on like, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you're notified when other videos come out. It's also a form of support that helps the channel a great deal and costs you absolutely nothing. If you'd like to support the channel further, I do have a Patreon account, and you can join my VIPs Go Lucky and Lorenz Berger, as well as my Builder Patreon Almorellis45. You'll find a link in the description below. I also have a Discord channel. You can talk to either Fred or myself or one of the other members of our growing community. You'll find a link in the description below. And we'll see you in the next video.